Well, I'm going to take us a different direction here. So, my name is Cory. Thanks for having me tonight. This is only the second time that I've spoken about my experience publicly, so hang in there with me as I talk through some of this. Just to note that some of the pictures tonight might be somewhat graphic, so if you have a child with you, please keep that in mind. My name is Cory Keene, and I'd like to share my story with you. Having lived it as a kid myself, I know how just one person can make a big difference in someone's life, especially a child's. So here we go. It's 1989, and I'm 5 years old. I live in Brush, Colorado with my mom and dad. My mom isn't always around though, and my dad drinks a lot. That stuff smells awful. When my dad gets mad, he pushes my mom and they yell. But my friends' parents must do the same thing. It's like that in every house, right? I'm 8 now. My dad got really mad tonight. He yelled and then he hit my mom. She cried, but he told her it was her own fault. I was hiding under the covers in my room, but I could still hear them screaming. I'm 9 now, and I just got home from school, and my mom's acting really weird. She tried to hide the pills and the pipes, but I saw them. I was hiding under the covers in my room, and I saw that she was hiding them. She still gave me a hug, and she was happy to see me, and I was happy to see her too. Now I'm 10. I'm playing toy cars with my neighbor today. He's so cool. He's 14. Earlier, I smashed a toy car with a hammer, and my dad burned it with a torch. We're going to pretend that we're rescuing a driver from a crash just before the car explodes. We'll even have an ambulance come. It'll be so much fun. My neighbor wants a car just like mine. I told him that my dad can make him one, but he says he already knows how to do it himself. So we smash the car up, and we get his dad's lighter to make it look burned, just like mine. We find this empty spot behind the garage where they have sod stacked up that they're putting in their backyard. We're blocked in between the garage and the fence, and there's even the old junk car that doesn't run anymore that blocks the alley, so we're not going to bug anyone. Now we just need the milk jug full of gasoline from the garage so we can light the toy car. He's got the gas, and I'm straddling the fence so I can watch everything. He's pouring the gas on the car and then reaches for the lighter to start it on fire. It works. The toy car catches fire. Except wait, the top of the milk jug of the gasoline also catches on fire. In a panic, my neighbor kicks and it splashes all over me along with the fire. Looking back, I remember the next few minutes as if they happened in slow motion. At that age, I immediately went to stop, drop, and roll. Being stuck between the garage and the fence, there wasn't enough room for me to do that. So I ran wherever I could, as fast as I could. I remember the smell. I remember the smell of my skin burning. And watching it fling off as I kept running. Somehow, I got under the old car and I ended up doing more damage by breaking my right knee and my right arm. I also shredded more skin off. The next thing I remember was strong arms grabbing me. Suddenly, I'm out from under the car. It's my dad. He's rushing me into the house. I hear them call 911. And now there are wet towels all over me. I look at my arms, and I can see right down the white bones. I'm bloody all over, things are fuzzy. I ask, Dad, am I going to die? He says I'm going to be fine, but I don't believe him. I hear ambulance sirens, and they're hooking up tubes to my neck. The pain gets better. Suddenly I hear a helicopter. I'm lifted up, and I feel a bump as they put me inside. Then I hear, "We're losing him. We're losing him." And I don't remember anything after that. I woke up today. I'm in a hospital in Denver. My mom and dad are here. There are these weird snake-like scars on my side. They told me my heart stopped. They used the machine to start it again, but they were in such a hurry that they didn't use any gel, so now there's new burns on top of my old ones all over my body. It's been days, weeks, and I'm still in the hospital. My mom and dad barely come to see me anymore. They told me today they're going to amputate my right arm and my right leg. I'm already covered in burns. If I don't have my right arm and my right leg, what do I have to live for? Today is the first time I think of suicide. Grandpa came today. He said they are planning to amputate my arm and leg tomorrow. But right after that, a new doctor came to see me from the Shriners. He doesn't think that they need to remove my right arm and right leg, but they do have to move me. I'm going to a burn center in a place called Galveston, Texas. I'm in Galveston now. They're going to save my arm and my leg. They have to take skin from whatever parts of my body that isn't burned to help cover my arm and leg. But they told me I'll never be able to walk again. It's been a month since I got here. And I took my first steps today, but I'd forgotten how to walk. It's been really hard. I work at it every day. I do tubbings every day. They fill metal tubs with a mixture of water and bleach. They use scissors to stab the blisters until they open up, and then they scrape them with this awful, scratchy sponge. I scream. I scream every time, and I pass out every time. I hate it, but they told me I have to do it. Every single day. It's been a couple of months here in Galveston. My parents don't call anymore, and they never come to see me. Why don't they at least call to talk to me? There must be something weird going on. I miss them. I still hear from my grandparents, though, and that's nice. It's been another month. I'm back in Denver, living with my grandparents now. I still have to go into the hospital every day. My parents don't ever come by. I don't understand why they don't come to see me. I'm being released from the hospital today. I'm so excited to go home. But my mom and dad aren't here. Why aren't they here? There's a really nice lady here, and she told me that I'm going to live with a family out in the country. It'll be just for a while so my parents can work on some things. I'm almost 11, and I'm going to my foster home today. Wow, this place has a lot of kids. There are 6 of us foster kids, and they have their own kids too. It's room after room, and we all share a bathroom. My foster parents order food for themselves, but us kids don't get any. We just get the cheap stuff. I'm 11 now, and it's Christmas time. We didn't even put up a tree or anything, but each of us foster kids got a present. My shirt doesn't fit, but it was nice of them to think of me. Every now and then, I get to see my mom. I did talked to her for a while, but there was always someone else in the room with us. I never hear from my dad. My caseworker comes to speak with me once a week. I tell her that I don't like it here. They don't care about me. Let's eat, do your homework, and go to bed. Over and over, the same thing every day. She says they're just hard on me to try to make me better. I'm 12 and I can't stand it here. I ran away today. My caseworker is really, talking to the foster parents now. She's asking them questions. Now all of us kids are leaving that home. I'm 13 and I went to a different foster home today. I hear the parents talking in bed at night when they think we can't hear them. They say that I'm doomed, that my mom and dad are a mess, and I'm going to turn out the same. But I won't. I'm going to be different. I'm 14, and I just got moved to yet another home. Again, I've lost count. Is this the 5th one? What's wrong with me? I'm a good student. I try to behave, but it doesn't seem to matter. I got to see my extended family for Thanksgiving today. They didn't realize that I can hear them, but I heard them saying, "That's Cory. He's going to turn out just like his dad." Will I ever find anyone that actually cares? I'm 15, and today I moved into a new foster home. My foster mom is the school secretary, and she actually listens when I talk. She really seems to care about me. She helps me with homework, she spends time with me, she asks questions about my day, and she challenges me. Her son has grown up, and I've gotten to know him too. He takes me with him to the gym and to run errands, and we talk about all kinds of stuff. He too listens to what I have to say. Today, my foster mom told me that she believed in me. She told me that I'm smart. She asks for my opinions and listens to how I feel. I've never been able to take charge of my life. I told her that I want to make my own decisions. I'm 16. Today I sat down with my foster mom and I talked about my future. She knows I'm responsible, and we've decided together that I'm going to live on my own. I bought a small trailer house. I pay the lot rent and electricity from the money I make working every night at McDonald's. I go to school during the day, and then I work from 4 to 10 p.m. After work, I go home to my home, and I do homework until midnight, and then I get up and I do it again. I know it'll pay off, and now I can make my own decisions. I have control of my life for the first time. I'm 18. I graduated high school today. I have a 3.2 GPA. I knew I could do it, even though everyone told me that I couldn't. My mom is here, along with my grandparents. I have her living with me off and on, so I can keep an eye on her, as she's been out of rehabilitation and jail. I'm 20. I still hear from my grandparents regularly. Haven't heard from my dad in years. However, the last I heard, he was homeless somewhere in Denver. I'm 21, and I became a dad today. My son is perfect, but I'm a fatherless father. I don't have a good role model. I'll do everything differently than my parents did. My kids will never go through the same experiences as a child. I promise that I'm going to be a great dad. I'm 24, and I have a daughter. She's so beautiful. Completely different from my little guy, but perfect in every way, just like him. I'm 29, and I got a phone call from my grandma today. She told me that my dad is in hospice. They say he has 2 weeks to live. I don't know what I feel. I never stopped loving him, but I haven't seen him in a few years. I decided to go see him anyway. I'm 29, and it's been a few days since my dad passed. I got another call, this time from my aunt, saying that my grandpa passed suddenly. I went back there for his funeral too. I'm 29, and it's been a week since my dad passed. My mom was still in love with him and took it hard. So hard that I learned today my mom was successful in taking her own life via drug overdose. She's gone. I still love her despite everything that happened. She's my mom. I stand here now at 34. Statistically, I'm supposed to be dead, in jail, or homeless. Because of one caring adult, I'm not a statistic. Instead, I'm married to the love of my life. I have 3 lovely children. I have a successful career working for Cabela's over the past 14 years. I coach the local robotics league. I volunteer to teach science, one of my passions, at our local schools. I am on the board of CASA because I know firsthand the impact that just one caring volunteer can have on a child. I credit my foster mom I met at 15 with much of my success. It's made such a difference to have someone who cared and took the time to listen to me. It truly just does take one person. As I mentioned earlier, this is only the second time that I've talked about my young life with anyone besides my wife. It wasn't easy, but I decided to share my story with you because I can tell you, without a doubt, what a difference that just one person can make in a child's life. Whether it's by volunteering your time or making a monetary donation, I promise you that it will make a difference. So please do what you can to help us this evening. Help us give a child in Nebraska a voice. With that, thank you for giving me this time tonight, and I'll give it back to the other Cory.